So, welcome back everyone to episode 3 of the Uni Tip series. So this is a video I've never seen online. And I think it's one that a lot of people think about. And it's Russell Group versus non-Russell Group. So I've been in a non-Russell Group for my undergrad and a Russell Group for my Masters now. So that was UWE, Bristol and Cardiff University, which I'm at now. So I'm covering a load of university episodes at the moment. So if this is the first time you see me and you're a student, welcome, and please subscribe and watch my other couple of videos that I've done already. I do also do vlogs as well and loads of different stuff that I do. Whether you want to go to a Russell Group or a non-Russell Group, you should make a decision for you more than anything else. You know, it is your decision where you go and spend your money. I'm not trying to convince anyone one way or the other. They both have pros and cons. They both do different things as well. So, you know, make your own decision. So the main thing that I will say is Russell Groups are very research focused. All of the lecturers are researchers. So all of them have done publications on whatever field or topic you're going into. They will have written books on the subject. One of my lecturers has a bibliography as long as my arm of stuff that she's written. So that's the main difference as far as teaching goes, which is, it gives you a bit of confidence that these people know what they're talking about. Because to get an actual academic piece of writing published, you have to qualify for X, Y and Z, and they've all obviously gone through that and, you know, done very well with it. So you can be assured that the people that you're going to be taught by are going to be experts, which is good. It gave me a lot of confidence knowing that. And Russell Groups tend to have more connections to industry, and the people working at the university tend to have worked in whatever line you're going into as well, and have ended up doing lecturing. It's not just solely academics. They have been in the field, and you know, they generally share that experience with you. That can happen in non-Russell Groups as well. There are a lot of people who've worked in industry there too, but I find it's more so in a Russell Group. So in a non-Russell Group, it's more practical, and you tend to see that with the courses that they offer. They do offer academic courses, and if you do something like what I did, business and HR, it's going to include academics. It's not going to be you know, vocational like people think. It is still an academic course, but they do offer more not like vocational courses than non-Russell Group universities. So if that's the course you want to do, then you will have no choice but to go to a non-Russell Group, you know, because most Russell Groups won't do them. I mean, both of them are kind of coming very similar now. So non-Russell Groups are adopting a lot more academic subjects, and Russell Groups are adopting a lot more new subjects. So you have to look to see if a Russell Group will offer your course, because it might not if it's something very specific and quite vocational. I tend to find that the Russell Group has better resources, it has much better library, and it is kind of related in the teaching. It is better. I'm not saying it's perfect, and if I'm honest with you, the league table, I'm not sure which one it is, but the main league table I think is extremely accurate, because where my current university is, the Russell Group one and the old one, I would say that they're put on that list where they're probably supposed to be. I would put them there as well. And you must remember that within the Russell Group as well, there is kind of there's levels in the Russell Group. So, you know, there's, you know, Russell Groups that are good, there's Russell Groups that are very good, and there's Russell Groups that are excellent. And then there's like Oxford and Cambridge, which are they're really their own kind of group. You know, those two, you can be confident that those people will be the best people in the field that they're teaching in. You know, that on the whole, their resources are better, and that's why, especially in the science world, universities are always involved in the latest research or whatever. You know, And look at the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine. You know, they're just better in that respect. So as far as campus life goes, Russell Groups are generally very old buildings, and they are scattered around the city centres of, you know, major UK cities. So Cardiff isn't too bad. It is kind of all in close proximity, and also I know Bristol University is all in close proximity, but they're still not kind of a campus. It's still kind of scattered here, there and everywhere. Whereas the non-Russell groups tend to be large campus spaces, generally newer as well, and you can live in the halls of residence practically on your doorstep of where your lecture will be. Whereas in a non-Russell group, your halls of residence won't be like right outside. It will be a bit of a walk, depending obviously. I mean, I'm sure that our Russell groups are campus based, but on the whole they're not. So students' unions at Russell Groups have always invested more money into it, so they're generally better. So if a good student union is a big priority for you, then try and get into a Russell Group, because they will be better. They will be larger buildings with better facilities, and you know, especially Cardiff has a nightclub and everything. It really looks good if you're able to use it. You know, we don't know with the COVID and everything. So value for money, I would say you get a better value for money at a Russell Group, because basically you have kind of more experienced people, more researchers on campus, and it's just respected more by employers, by everybody. When you go to a non-Russell Group, unless you're doing obviously the specific courses that I'm talking about, sometimes, you know, people might look down on it because it's not a very good place to go. So you're just getting a good value for money just by the name as well. So from that standpoint, you know, if you can go to one, maybe you should, if that's important to you, getting a good career and everything. The only thing I wouldn't recommend is go to a college that gets their degrees like, you know, from another university, so they get honoured by another university because they can't issue their own. I'd really only go there if you really can't get in anywhere else, or they offer a very special course to you. But I wouldn't recommend anyone going to that. But as I say, this is something you need to decide. Like, you know, does it do your course a Russell Group? If it doesn't, then you either have to do something different or similar. Do you want to live on a campus and have a campus life where everyone lives all together and you know, parties and all that? I'm sure that happens in Russell Groups, but I mean, when I was in my first year, there was parties all over the campus. So do you want that? And do you want like a good community near you like that? Or is your reputation important of the university, and you know, getting a good job and being around people that are experts in the field, you know, is that important to you? But I guess the course should be the most important for everybody, and your happiness as well. Another thing, non-Russell groups can be based quite far away from city centres, so you can be a way out, you know, from the town or whatever that you're living in. Because in Cardiff, luckily, both of our universities in Cardiff are in the, well, near the, well, Cardiff is in the centre, but Cardiff Met isn't far. But if you were in USW, that's up in Pontypridd, that's quite a way if you want to come enjoy all the city, you know, everything that, you know, Cardiff has to offer. So, you know, it's got to be your choice. I would say go to a Russell Group if you can. It has, you know, if it has the course you want to do, if it has the right facilities for you, then go to a Russell Group always. It's just, they're just better. You know, and I see the difference. So that's the end of my 3 videos. It's gonna be weird not being a student now at the end of next month. I've done this for, well, 5 years, well, 4 years as a uni student, 1 year as a college student doing my level 3. But yeah, so it's quite sad in a way, but I'm looking forward to getting a job now and, you know, seeing where things go from there. Okay, so thanks everyone. I hope that you got something from any of these videos. Maybe you didn't. Or maybe you did. If you did, please leave me a like, comments and everything. I'll really appreciate it. And if you like what you see, please subscribe on it. And I will see you on the next video. Thanks everyone. Bye bye.